Released on May 16, 1966, the Beach Boys' 11th studio album, Pet Sounds, is considered one of the most influential albums in pop music history, with classics like God Only Knows,
God only knows what I'd be without you,
Sloop John B,
well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home,
and Wouldn't It Be Nice.
wouldn't it be nice?
Pet Sounds brought complex orchestrations, ambitious lyrical arrangements, and the concept album to pop music, leaving an imprint that is still heard today. In 1964, Brian Wilson had a massive panic attack 5 minutes into a flight from LA to Houston. Over the next year, Brian opted out of touring with the band, staying home to work on the music that would eventually become Pet Sounds. Most of Pet Sounds was recorded between January and April 1966. At just 23 years old, Brian had the legendary Wrecking Crew at his disposal for 3 months. Sessions in Studio 3 at United Western Recorders could last anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 hours, with Brian directing them from the booth or behind the piano.
On the last note, turn away, you know what I mean? Okay? Can we do a real good one this time?
Pet Sounds has 2 instrumentals, Let's Go Away for a While and the album's title track. Pet Sounds was originally titled Run, James, Run, since Brian had hoped it would be used in an upcoming James Bond film. A recording of Wilson's dogs, Banana and Louie, was added to the end of Caroline No. It is rumored that the Beatles used this same clip on the track Good Morning from their own conceptual masterpiece Sgt. Pepper's as a nod to Wilson. Pet Sounds is seen as a departure from the Beach Boys' more radio-friendly tendencies, with some even seeing it as a Brian Wilson solo record. Capitol actually tried to market the album this way, releasing the first single Caroline No under only Brian's name.
Where is the girl I...
Capitol was unhappy with how different Pet Sounds was from their earlier releases. They had such little faith in the album's prospects that they released The Best of the Beach Boys less than 2 months later on July 5th, 1966. In the US, Pet Sounds would peak at number 10 on the Billboard charts, while Best of the Beach Boys would reach number 8. 5 months later, the Beach Boys would release Good Vibrations, which they'd started work on during the Pet Sounds sessions. It was originally intended to be part of Brian's opus Smile, and ended up costing as much as the entire Pet Sounds recording sessions to produce. Good Vibrations would kick off a string of commercially unsuccessful psychedelic records, including Wild Honey, Sunflower, and Surf's Up. While divisive among fans, these would go on to attain cult status. It wouldn't be until 2004 that a Brian Wilson-approved version of Smile would finally be released under his own name.
I've been in this town so long and back in the city I've been taken for lost.
Hey, Chuck, is it possible we can bring a horse in here without, if we don't screw anything up?
I beg your pardon?
My horse would be so bitchin' in here.